thank you very much for joining me today again. And thank you also so much for all the messages and questions that you leave under my videos in the comments, because they really help me to create videos that you want to watch and that help you in your KDP journey. So recently I received a lot of requests for a video showing you how to make a would you rather book. So today this is what my video is about. I'm going to show you how to make a would you rather book, and I'll show you how easy it really is. It's really not difficult. Let's go. So let's go on Amazon. I'm in amazon.co.uk, but you can go on amazon.com. It doesn't matter. I just want to show you some examples of would you rather books and what they are. So I'm searching in all at the moment, and I'm typing in would you rather, and straight away you can see the drop down. By the way, I'm using AMZ Expander. I think that's what it's called, AMZ Suggestion Expander, which is a Chrome plugin. It's free. You can install it in Chrome, and then every time you type in something into Amazon, it gives you a lot more suggestions of what people are looking for. This is actual things that people have typed in. So we can see that people have been looking for would you rather book kids, would you rather book, would you rather book for adults, would you rather game. So there's quite a few things that people have typed in. We can click on the first one, would you rather, and straight away we've got some books here. The first one is a sponsored book, would you rather book for kids. You can see the BSR is pretty good, 27,301. That's very good. They're selling a few books a day. This one is another would you rather book for kids, 138,000 BSR. That's not bad. This one's got a very good BSR, 2,158. Here's another one, a bestseller, and this has got the Kindle edition, so it's an ebook as well as a paperback. You're probably thinking, what is a would you rather book? A would you rather book is really like a game. Let's have a look at the interiors so I can show you a little bit of what they look like. Let's click on the first one and let's see if the look inside feature comes up. Yes, there it is. So let's click on it and have a look inside. So first of all, there's a big copyright page. That's not really necessary, but it's good to have. And then it's got the rules of the game. Again, it's not very necessary, but actually I think it's a really good idea to have some kind of page at the front that tells you the rules of the game, or that tells you how to use the book. So it's telling you that basically you need at least 2 players, 2 people, or you can play with a group of people, and you sit across from each other and you have to start asking each other questions. So it's very simple. You can see an example of the kind of questions here. Would you rather have a belly button on your forehead or a nose on your belly? This is great to play with kids because they come up with some very funny answers sometimes. Another question would be never be able to bend your elbows again, or never be able to straighten your knees again. So, and you can see also while you're reading these questions and seeing what these books are. So it's basically a question book, and you have to think and find answers. And when you're playing with a few people or you're playing with a friend, it can be quite funny. It's especially good for children, but you can have adult versions of this game as well. And it just creates a conversation. So while you're looking at the type of questions, also have a look at how the book or how the interior is structured. There's only really 2 questions or 2 games on each page. And you can see that they've also made the page look a little bit interesting. They've got a little monkey here. They've got some nice fonts. They've enclosed the questions. So again, here they have more images. So it's quite nice. It's not just text, so it's got a little bit of a design to it. So then you get more questions. Would you rather have 2 blue tongues dragging on the ground or 3 purple noses on the back of your head? So they're really silly questions sometimes, but that's because this is for kids. You can have more serious questions, more philosophical questions. You can niche your books. You can have a Halloween edition and have questions that are around the subject of Halloween. You can have a job niche. For example, you can have a would you rather book for nurses, or would you rather book for teachers, would you rather book for students. Again, you can have would you rather book for children, and then you can have different ages, so that you make the questions easier for smaller children. So that is more or less what the book looks like. Let's have a look at some more examples. The other thing is worth noting is the covers. I think the covers are really good. They really look professional. We'll see if we can find some examples of not so good covers, but so far they look very professional to me. Let's have a look at the inside of this book. So again, there's a copyright page and there's an explanation page of how you play the game. This is very different. It's just got the questions just like that. Would you rather be able to fly like a bird or swim like a dolphin? Would you rather be stung once by a bee on your leg or stung by 10 stinging nettles on your eyelids? I don't know who thinks of these questions, but you have to have a really good imagination. But I'll show you later where you can find questions. So, it's not that difficult. It looks, when you look at it now, you think, oh my God, I can't think of that many questions, but it's actually not that difficult. I'll show you. But look at the structure as well of how the interior is made. They've really not put any many images here. It's just plain words, nothing much. Let's see if it's got any reviews. Let's see what people say about this book. It's always good to look at the reviews. This person really likes it. Brilliant little book, though I may regret buying it because I'm being driven mad all day with would you rather scenarios while this COVID lockdown is on. So, this is why these books are so popular at the moment, because people are locked in. What do you do all day? You can only really talk about so many things and you run out of conversation. And a book like this helps to get the conversation going, especially when you have children. Actually, if you have children, ask them what questions they can think of, because I'm telling you, they can probably give you 100 questions in 5 minutes. So that's always a good source for finding questions for this type of book. So everybody likes it by the looks of it. Here's a bad review. Always read the bad reviews because they give you an idea of what you can improve in your book. So this one says it's boring and unimaginative, very unimaginative, humorless and pretty boring questions. That's his opinion. So there's not a lot you can do. If someone leaves a review like this on your book, there's not a lot you can do other than to change the questions, but you're always going to have some people that don't like it. It's one of those things you have to be prepared to have bad reviews sometimes, because we're all different, and what one person finds really beautiful, another person might find not so nice. So it's not really a review that you can learn from, because it's just this person's opinion. But sometimes there are reviews where they really give you an idea of what you can improve. So let's have a look at some more, just to make sure that we can see what types of different interiors that there are. And like I said, I mean, the covers look really good. Let's see if we can find, this looks more like one that is independently published, because the cover is giving it away really. it's the typical black background with the white writing and just an image. They didn't really think too much about the cover. And I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone, but it's too simple. Can you see the difference between a cover like this and a cover like that, and then a cover like this? See, this is where a lot of people go wrong, and I've made that mistake as well. I have produced covers like this when I first started, and that's okay. You know, when you're first starting, you're learning and you're trying out different things, and that doesn't mean it's not going to sell. You know, there are still people that buy, but I just want you to see the difference in the quality of the cover. You know, there's not much time they have spent on this, because it's a very ordinary font. It's just a black background and an image, and I don't know what the dog has to do with with the Would You Rather books. So it's just my opinion, but I'm just telling you so you learn from, you know, when you're looking at covers on Amazon, try and learn what other people are doing, what they're doing well and what they're doing not so well, and then see the differences between a good cover and a not so good cover. It's not a bad cover, but I'm just saying there's a big difference between those covers. So this one has got a really good BSR as well. Let's have a look inside. Okay, good cover. Again, a page which explains a little bit, a table of contents. I'm not sure that's necessary, but you could have something like that. It always adds to the quality of the book if you have things like that. So if you can produce something like that, absolutely do it, because it just makes the book a little bit more valuable and shows the reader how to use the book. So we can't really look and see what the questions are in this one. That's a shame. And there's no photos. Maybe someone has written a review and taken some photos. No. What are people saying? They seem to like it. Okay, so let's have a look at one where we can actually see what's inside. There's a Would You Rather gross edition. I think I'd rather not look into that. But you can get the idea. There's another one for kids. It's a try not to laugh challenge. That is really good as well. You know, I don't know if you've played that game with your children, try not to laugh, and the first one that laughs is out. So you can include that in the book. What else have we got? I'm trying to find some that are definitely KDP, independently published. You can usually tell by the covers. Let's have a look. Is this one independent? Yes, this one is independently published. Let's have a look at this. So this is someone like you and me who have produced a book on KDP, and they are choosing the revolting niche. So the questions are pretty much horrible, I think. Let's have a look. So this could be good fun. So this is really good. It's got an about the author. It's got an introduction. So this is quite, you know, they've put a lot of work into this book, I would say. Okay, there's a little saying about the author, introduction. Still not telling us the kind of questions that are in it. Let's see if there's any reviews. They really like it, but there's no photos to show us what's actually inside. See, sometimes if you can afford it, it's worth ordering a book from your competitors to see what they're like. I sometimes do that. I buy books to see what kind of interiors they have if I can't see it on the look inside, just to give me an idea. And it's always good to really know what your competition is doing. Let's see if we can find another example. Let's see if we can look inside. Okay, so this is another example. I'm just trying to show you different ways that you can create or structure your interior. So here, it's just basically 4 questions on one page. Would you rather have a boat you can sail anywhere in or have a car you can drive anywhere in? Would you rather live in the sky or in the sea? Would you rather travel the world or fly to outer space? So very simple questions really. And it's just like 4 or 5 questions on each page. And that's it. No big secret, no images, nothing really. And let's have a look. How many pages has this book got? It's 137 pages, so you have to think of quite a few questions. And it's got the Kindle edition. It's even got an audio book. It's got a hardcover, very expensive, and a paperback. So let's have a look and see what people are writing about it. Great book to occupy kids and adults too. My son enjoyed reading this and the questions are really interesting. Bought as a gift. It's always useful to have these type of activities in your toolkit as a parent and a teacher. Well done for getting 500 of them. So they're all happy with it. This one says, small, thin book with basic info, not of interest to the kids. I think I kind of understand where they're coming from, because if you compare this one to the other ones we saw where they had a little bit more imagery, more graphics inside, they looked more appealing, they looked nicer for children. But it's up to you. You can make the interior, everybody will like something different. So you can make the interior just plain questions, or you can make it look a bit prettier with graphics. So that is completely up to you. So this is what a Would You Rather book is. And in my next video, I'm going to show you how to make the interior. We will find out what the best sizes are for Would You Rather books. And hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thank you again so much for watching. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, because it helps me make more videos for you. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.